I'm Louisa Fletcher, and over the years I've renovated, bought and sold many properties. And as a result, I've picked up a trick or two on how to spruce them up. From tip-top tiles to makeup mishaps. This week, I'll be showing you my time-saving tips to help get your home from grimy to shiny in a matter of minutes. The kitchen is often the heart of a home, but it can also be home to a lot of unwanted bacteria. Whether it's cooking spills left on the hob or damp and dirty sponges, bacteria and bugs will always find a means to go forth and multiply. But while it's great to keep your kitchen clean, don't stress about trying to make it sterile. It's actually really important to have a little bit of bacteria around just to make sure that your immune system functions properly. So for grotty grill pans from the oven, you'll be needing my no stress fix. Pour in boiling water from the kettle, empty in a biological liquid tab or a scoop of powder. Leave to soak overnight. Give it a gentle scrub, the grotty bits will lift off pretty easily, and then just give it a thorough wash. Removing burnt food from the bottom of a saucepan is a job no one enjoys, but this makes it a bit easier. Pour in a cup or two of boiling water. Add a cup of cider vinegar or white wine vinegar. Bring the pan to a rolling boil. Add 1 or 2 dessert spoons of bicarbonate of soda. Leave it to sit for about an hour. Wipe the food off with a non-scratch scourer. Just remember to give it a thorough wash afterwards. Kitchen sponges can get unpleasantly stinky if you leave them in the sink. And also, bugs and bacteria like a warm, damp breeding ground. So, make yourself a little stand out of a folder clip. The sponge will dry nice and quickly and you'll minimise the bugs. A mucky microwave is not only unhygienic, it can leave a nasty niff as well. But this natural cleaning tip will cut the elbow grease and make cleaning it up really simple. Take a lemon and cut it in half. Place in a bowl of water, pop it in the microwave, cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Spritz of your normal cleaning fluid and you'll be away. Hobs, extractor fans, fridge doors. If they're stainless steel, it can be tricky to clean them without leaving any smears. After cleaning with your normal product, dab some baby oil onto a piece of kitchen roll and wipe over the stainless steel. Bathrooms can be hard work when it comes to keeping them clean. Whether it's lime scale, soap scum or unwanted watermarks, dirt will build and bacteria will breed if you don't keep on top of it. But don't sweat the small stuff. We actually all need a little bit of bacteria around us to make sure that our immune systems function properly. Apply a very thin coat of clear car wax every 6 months to your shower tiles. Now what will happen is that this will make it really difficult for things like lime scale, soap scum, shampoo, shower gel, things like that to stick to the tiles. Just don't do it on floor tiles though, it'll make them too slippery. It's easy to forget that shower curtains need washing too, but they're really easy to sort out. You can normally pop them in the washing machine, and if you've got a couple of hand towels, pop those in as well, because they'll act as a little scrubbing brush as it's going through its cycle to get it really clean. Old-fashioned soap tends to get stuck to the soap dish, but here's a little trick to stop it. Take some baby oil and you want a tiny little bit on a clean bit of kitchen roll. Wipe that around your soap dish, probably once a week will do it, and that will stop your soap from sticking. Now no one likes crunchy towels, and the secret to lovely fluffy towels is not to use any fabric conditioner when you wash them. It's really that simple. Once you've put them through, ideally on a 60-degree wash, and if you can, tumble dry them. If you don't have a tumble dryer, take them out, line dry them until they're just off dry. You just want that little bit of dampness left. Fold them and pop them in the airing cupboard. Lots of nasties lurk in toothbrush holders, including E. coli. So it's really important that you give them a good clean once a week. You don't need to use anything fancy. Hot water, washing up liquid is fine. Don't forget, keep your toothbrush holder away from your toilet. Why? Because when you flush, water can spray up to 1 metre out the toilet. So when you flush, pop the lid down. Two in 10 people change their bed linen once a month. Now ideally, you should change your bed sheets once a week. Best thing to do is wash your sheets at 60 degrees. And the reason for that is because things like dust mites can actually survive a 40-degree wash. But always check the label just to make sure that you can pop your washing through on a hot wash.
I love having candles in the bedroom, but if wax ever spills, it can cause a carpet catastrophe. If you do have a spillage, get some brown parcel paper and warm up your iron to a medium heat. Place the paper shiny side down on the wax and iron over it. The wax will melt into the paper. You may have to do it a few times to get it all off, but just keep moving the paper using a clean bit each time. Don't let the iron get too hot though, or you'll burn your carpet.
There you go, wax all gone. So many of us have makeup spillages, and if it does happen, the best thing you can do is tackle it straight away.
I'm a big culprit of getting eyeshadow on the carpet. Using sellotape or packing tape, lightly dab over the eyeshadow to remove the worst of the loose powder. Flood the stain with eye makeup remover and blot with kitchen roll. Finish off by pouring over boiled water from the kettle that's had time to cool and blot the stain with a white cloth or napkin. Repeat as necessary.
Lampshades are a bit of a dust trap, and fabric ones can be quite fragile. But try using this trick, a little lint roller. Normally you use them on the clothes. What you do is just very gently go over and you'll pick up all the dust. Might take a bit of doing, but they'll come up really well. Solid brass door furniture can look great, but it can also get a little bit tarnished over time. Here's a natural tip to restore its shine. Simply take half a lemon, give it a good squidge, and you'll start to get the tarnish off of the brass and onto your lemon. But we're not finished yet. Follow it up with a bit of salt, which we're going to work in really well, and that will restore the shine. Now, you just need to make sure that you give it a really, really good rinse off and dry afterwards, and that's to make sure you get rid of the lemon juice and also that the brass doesn't tarnish again.
Felt tip pen on wooden or laminate flooring can cause a rather expensive problem, unless you try this. Using a white tea towel or napkin, rub some white toothpaste into the offending area. Work it in really well, then use another damp sponge or cloth to wipe the toothpaste off. Repeat as necessary. Crayons in particular can be tricky to deal with. It will depend on the paint you've used, but a good household lubricant spray is worth a go before getting the dust sheets and rollers out. Simply squirt a generous amount directly onto the crayon and wipe off with a clean, non-scratch scourer.
Mirrors are a great asset in any hallway because they make a small space look a lot brighter. But they can be tricky to get clean without smearing. And here's where an old-fashioned trick will help. Newspaper. Just take one sheet, crunch it up, and buff over your mirror after you've used your normal spray. And you'll get all those smears off, no stress. Most of us spend more time in our living room than we do any other room in the house, and that's why sometimes they need a little bit more TLC to keep them clean. It's easy to turn a blind eye to dust on your shutters, but this is a quick tip to get them really clean really quickly.
Wearing a pair of old, damp, clean socks, wipe over the blinds.
Pet hair can be your pet hate, but this quick fix will have you hair-free in seconds. All you do, take a pair of rubber gloves, dry, and gently rub them across the surface. And the hair will just come up. Surface scratches on your wooden furniture can make a treasured piece look really unloved really quickly. But here's a tip to bring it back to life.
Place some toasted sesame seed oil on a piece of kitchen roll. Work the oil into the scratch.
Spiders don't like the smell of peppermint oil. So, to keep them at bay, pop a little bit along your windowsills. That way, they'll be less inclined to come in and weave their webs everywhere.